sick. Yes. This is not. Oh, yes. Yes, I love it. Oh, this is gonna be so good. This one I was happy with yesterday. Yeah. The colors, I hate that that you're not seeing exactly what I'm seeing. And of course it's because I'm not the greatest videographer, but this is a rich emerald seafoam kind of color, like, and that's why you pick up the blue undertone so much on the camera. But let's see what it looks like dry. Dry, my pretties, dry. Sorry. That's my good girl. How my mama. You do. Okay. Yes. Pew pew pew. Accurate colors on my screen. This will be a little, it's hard to explain this color. I think we're gonna have to see when it's dry. I know that was the royal blue, but I overlaid it with a little bit of that radioactive, which created those beautiful tones. This gave me like kind of an emerald green hue, and I love it. And then you've got that like bright yellow radioactive thing going on in the middle, kind of in there. You can kind of see bits and pieces of that very light champagne color, which is more a pee color on its own. In too high a concentration, it really does look like pee on snow. So it's more a pastel color, which is why I wouldn't really choose to mix it with those. You know, it's kind of unnecessary, but that's how the dice rolls. Here is where you can see a bit of that kind of pink undertone, kind of pinky undertone, but not muddy. You see, I got very moss green colors in here, lichen type coloration. It's a beauty. I cannot wait till it's like fully dry. I do have a little bit of breakage. Look at that. Is that breakage, or is that this royal blue accidentally speckling my yarn? It might be. That would definitely stop me from selling this. Yep. There's no royal blue in this, and I don't know why there's royal blue in this, and that's not breakage. Let me put my glasses on. Let's see. No, hell no, that's not breakage. Nope. That's accidental specklage. Yeah, that's not breakage. That didn't happen anywhere else. See that? You gotta be careful, you know. I would definitely not let that go. I mean, it's insignificant in the grand scheme of it, but it's not. Like, it's really not when you're knitting this, you know, you're selling it, and then all of a sudden you're knitting up your gloves or your sweater or something, and you've got some royal blue speckles in there where there should be none. I couldn't let that go. So I'm glad this is just for me. That has happened to me before, but it's fixable if you catch it in the water. You can over dye that, overlay, just glaze a little bit of color on those little speckly bits, and it's right as rain. Because, you know, there's a lot of blue in this already, so it would have been good. But oh, look at that! Look at that! Just licheny, mossy, just all the forest vibes on this one. This is forest. Wow, I love it. I don't even mind the pinky undertone. Look at that right there. You can really see it. I tried to cover it. I did. I mean, I was trying to overlay it without creating dirty color. And I would call this a success. I am quite happy with it. Cannot wait to see how this knits up. I can't even stop touching it. It's so pretty. It is so pretty. I'm in love. I like it. This was the one that I hated the most, and now I love it the most. This one is the one that I was satisfied with, and I am equally satisfied. I've dyed yarn like this before, so it's not a big deal to me. I like it. I like the brightness of it. It's very cool. Very cool. All radioactive green. If you let the radioactive green split off from the main part of itself, you know, because it's quite a dark green in and of itself, but if you let it just spread, you get this lightness, and then mixed together with a little bit of that champagne in there, and it just created like a real bright electric hue without chartreuse. Go figure. Go figure. I got very green yarns, and stark difference in either of these yarns, but very foresty, very ravey. Very cool. Love it. Hi guys. Good morning. It's Saturday, and I am so thrilled that it's Saturday and that my kitchen is fairly clean. My dining room, pretty clean. Even my living room, it still needs work, but it's pretty clean. I got in a couple loads of laundry yesterday, and I thought, yes, I'm gonna get back into it this morning, and I'm gonna put some more loads of laundry in, but it's a front loading machine, and that means I have to bend over, and my back feels like it's breaking already. So I just tried to make myself breakfast, and I had to sit down twice. But I feel better. And then I finished making my breakfast, which, miracle of miracles, is like the second time this month that I have actually cooked meat. Second time this month, probably in a week, that I've cooked myself. And that's because I ran out of money, because I can't DoorDash. So bad. And also because my husband's sleeping, and he's never hungry when I'm hungry, and I'm always hungry. So anyway, so I made my breakfast, and I was ready to sit down and start eating, and then I realized no one made me tea. That's another thing I've been having to do myself. What is happening? Do not judge my breakfast. I have not made over easy eggs in forever, and that is a keto quesadilla. Oh, it's so good. You know those Baby Bell cheeses? I just threw it in one of those keto quesadilla things. Well, keto tortilla things. Not bad. I am not going to eat all that bacon. That's for my dogs. Do you care what mug I use? I don't care if you don't care. Today we're using the dark gnome, because We have a dark unveiling of the random yarn that I encounter, don't we? Yeah. At least I have some content. I mean, I guess on a knitting / yarn vlog, it's better than zero content. Although, it's funny because I told the Flame and Fiber, I told Barbara from the Flame and Fiber thing podcast. She's so adorable. I just discovered her, and she's really just the nicest person. Oh my, why is it like that? I'm sure this is my fault. Look at all that beautiful tea. Oh no. This is what it's supposed to look like. A nice little triangle bag. Triangle bags I find are the best at steeping. I don't know. Maybe I'm a tea nerd a little bit. This is Earl Grey. So I won't be putting any almond. Oh, the whole thing went in there. Won't be putting it. The whole thing, my tea has also escaped that bag. Okay, that's fine. I do drink loose leaf tea and I don't filter it. So that is not a problem. When you throw some loose leaf tea or when something like that happens to you, you know what? My counters are clean. Yeah, I'm gonna do something freaking disgusting. There you go. I'm not wasting it. Mother effer. God, look at how it just completely fell apart. No, that is not cool. I can't remember, but I think I bought these teas at a farmer's market or some sort of event. I can't honestly remember, but that's not cool. All right, it doesn't matter. So whenever something like that happens to you and you end up with a bunch of loose leaves in your tea, you just have to wait for it to finish brewing, steeping, whatever, I don't know. And you notice how most of the leaves are down on the bottom. There's only a very few up at the top that are floating. You can either scoop the ones out that don't want to go down or just ignore them, just brush them to the side. That's how I was taught to drink my tea by my Asian friends. Everybody does it different, guys. One of these days, I'm gonna clean all the windows and I'm gonna buy a nice little set to sit outside there, like a little breakfast set, like a little, I don't know, I want one of those little metal table and chairs that can just sit out there that I don't have to worry about for like cleaning constantly, and I can have my breakfast there. That'd be so nice. You guys, you just kind of brush the little leaves aside, and because this has like bergamot and stuff, just brush them aside. When you tip your glass, they're usually not even there. Sometimes they are. So good. So good, and not a leaf got on me. Don't be afraid of your loose leaf teas. It's not the greatest melty cheese, but it's pretty good. Okay, so I drank a little bit more than I meant to at this strength. That's a leaf or flower bud or something. What the heck is that? Yeah, it's a little flower bud. I've realized, you know, there's now 3, potentially 4 Yeah, so it's quite strong. And I don't want to grow any hair on my chest. So we're gonna weaken it up. And you know what I'm missing? I'm missing some vanilla, sugar-free vanilla syrup. Oh man. Yeah, I think I'm gonna, oh, I'm so sad that I'm missing the sugar-free vanilla syrup, because I was gonna turn this into a London fog at this point. But I think I will anyway. Whee! That's how you make a London fog, but it's better if you have a little bit of vanilla syrup. And since I don't have any vanilla syrup, I'm gonna try a tiny bit, just a couple of drops of vanilla extract. As a London fog, that right there is delicious on its own. It's so tasty. But I'm gonna put a little bit of cinnamon powder that I found in my cupboard. Yay! Wow, I'm getting fancy. That's a London fog with a touch of Mexican. That's so good. That is so good. It's better than Starbucks. Why haven't I ever done this? I know I could do it. Why don't I do it? Why would I choose to go to Starbucks and pay $6, $7 for an almond milk latte? And it's not even, you know, a latte. And they don't even make it right. And then you're just disappointed and you wasted $7. What I like about doing it with the vanilla drops, with the vanilla extract, is I don't have to deal with any of that fake sugar going in my body either. Which, you know, I could be sensitive to that as well. Real sugar, fake sugar, any kind of sugar really. There's very few sugars that I'm not sensitive to. And this has 0 sugar, all the vanilla goodness, and a touch of cinnamon, and it is beautifully fragrant. It smells so good. I don't think that I would choose to use 3 bags of tea in my mug, but these mugs are a little hefty. They have a lot of water in there, so we'll see how I end up, guys. If I end up talking your ear off, I apologize. I could do that sometimes. Okay. In front of me, I know I'm leaning in, and that's because I just don't feel like getting the box that I put this thing on top of normally. Let's talk about it. But I think I am going to get the box because this is not professional. Literally took me 2 seconds to grab the stand box or whatever and sit down, and I can feel my molecules buzzing. I may have fucked up. I think I'm gonna start sweating soon. I am very sensitive. I know that I am, and I did it anyway. It's not really sweat, but I feel it. It's coming. It's happening. But it's so good. It's so good. I can't not drink it. I wish that I had done that in the first place. So I wanted to just have it plain, but okay. All right, enough talk about my damn tea. You guys, it's beautiful. How did this happen? How did this happen? Look, oh, There's touches of the pistachio that I kind of just forced in there. Ooh. Yes, look at that. I see kind of like these forest sagey kind of greens. Oh man, this is giving me Swamp Witch vibes. Yes, this is Swamp Witch. I'm gonna find a Swamp Witch character on D&D. Yes, it just came to me. I'm so glad I'm doing this. It's making it a little bit easier to choose names. Ooh, you guys. I can't even. Is that a hair? Yeah, that is a hair. Girl, I recognize my dog hairs when I see them. I don't have my glasses on, so when I turn it around, I can't see it. I'm thrilled. You saw me freak out. I mean, will you see me freak out? I don't know. I'm literally editing the video while I'm filming this one so that I can get that video prep, so that I can get this video prep for tonight. I mean, that video prep to release like shortly. As soon as it's ready, I'm gonna release it. And then this one that I'm currently recording, I'll prep tonight and release it tomorrow morning, maybe. I think that's a good plan. Hopefully it goes that way. Oh my goodness, I just can't, you guys. You saw how much I was flipping out. Hopefully I show it. I don't know. I think I will, because I think that what I literally just did this. I edited out all the voice from my random encounter rules because it was way too long. When I put the whole video together, what I do is I just throw everything into the editor and I just don't think about it. And then I kind of play it back and then I decide what bits I'm gonna kind of cut out. And sometimes I just decide I'm too lazy to cut anything out and I'm just gonna leave things in or just go with it. But I didn't like the length of the video. At the end of the day, there was a lot of jibber jabber, a lot of talking about things that didn't really make any difference or matter. And I don't want to make videos every single day of me complaining, because that's not what I'm doing. Well, it is, but you know what I mean. Plus, it was supposed to be a dining video, and it just didn't turn out that way. A lot of it has to do with how creative you're feeling, what mood you're in, and that particular day, this one person put me in a really bad mood. And I don't normally allow people to get me to that place, because I only let people that are close to me into my heart. So when I let someone's words attack me at my core, that's my fault. You know, I don't blame it on her. Something's wrong with her. We're thinking she's getting elderly because we looked up her age, and yeah, she's getting elderly. And I think quite possible that there's something about my voice that triggers her into Karen mode, which I wouldn't doubt. You know, a lot of people misunderstand me by looking at me or hearing the inflection or non-inflection in my voice. When I'm sitting here talking to you guys, there's inflection all the time. When I'm working or on the phone or disinterested or working on something else and then you pull me away from something, I may not change the tone of my voice. And so I may not really think about what I sound like. And you may think I'm mad or annoyed or whatever, any of those feelings that I'm not feeling. So I don't know. I'm just making crap up. So that was yesterday. I don't want to talk about that lady anymore. I just don't. I'm annoyed that I let her get under my skin when it's just something that I don't normally do or allow, or no matter how hard someone tries. So today, we're not gonna let anybody get to us because we have Swamp Witch vibes today. My goodness, I'm super happy with it. I really was so irritated, and because I was so irritated previously in the day, yarn dyeing took on some of that irritation. I think on any given day I would not have liked that particular layout or color choice. I've never really played with my Crayola box this way, okay? I never really have. I use those things as accent colors to my piece. In the beginning, yeah, I just threw all kinds of stuff together and just hope for the best. But now, you know, after doing it for a while, you know, you kind of want to save money, so you're going to only use a specific palette, and you know, one thing led to another, and I got used to using it and blending my colors that way. So, and it worked just fine. You guys, you can just have a few colors and you can make almost an endless combination of colors. But it's nice to have these accent colors you can just brush on, and they're beautiful. And I like to have all the extra dye powders as well to have fun with. So doing it this way has been fun with, I don't know, this has been an experience. I love it. It's so random and it's so me because I'm so chaotic every day. I try and be the same and consistent, and I do a lot of things the same and consistent all the time, much like the way I dye my yarn from the center out. I never saw anybody else do that. I did it kind of instinctively because I know that colors like to blend together, and I know that dark colors like to blend together, so I would just purposely put the darker colors out further away from the lighter colors so that I could retain some of the lightness in the yarn, and I knitted up and I liked the way that looked. I'm sure there's a name for it. It's funny, you guys. Yarn dyeing is very much like knitting. You know, some people, when you first teach them how to knit, they just knit through the back loop and they're twisting their stitches like feverishly. That's one girl that I taught how to knit. She already knew how to knit, but she couldn't remember the basics and all that casting on and, you know, all that. So I taught her, and she just boom started going at it like, yeah, I remember. She's knitting through the back loop the entire time. And I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter. I said, okay, as long as you understand that's knitting through the back loop, knit away. You knit. It doesn't matter, just as long as you're knitting. But what you're doing is you're twisting your stitches. So I kind of explained the basics of that. So if you want to untwist your stitches, you want to knit through the front loop. So that's the back loop. This is the front loop. Knit however is comfortable for you when you start. And yarn dyeing is a lot the same way. You got your basics, you got your water, you got your vinegar or citric acid. You got your whole hot application, cold application, water level. It's all to your preference. The dye strength, you really don't want to go more than, for one color, I feel like you don't want to go more than, I don't know, I've only ever measured. I kind of tried to do the gram thing. It's like, there's a lot of math involved. A lot of math, a lot of weighing, a lot of time consumed, which I do not have. So, yeah, teaspoons it is. So get yourself the tiniest teaspoons that you can. Go to Amazon. They're super cheap. And make them metal. Metal is better. And don't go more than a quarter teaspoon for one skein. A quarter teaspoon? Maybe don't go more than half a teaspoon for one skein. I don't think I would do that. I don't think I've ever done that. And it also depends on the color. and the strength that you want. I mean, it's just experimenting all the way through, period. So yeah, it's fun. So practicing. Anyway, so even down to how you lay out the pan, I'm sure has a name. And I don't even know what it is. I have no idea. So I probably should look it up. Okay. So here is, oh, I love that. Not sea hag. Definitely a forest. Definitely a swamp witch. It's Halloween weekend. Yes. And I'm watching Hocus Pocus. I gotta go finish that in a minute. How fun. Aw. It's a witchy weekend. I don't know about this one. I don't know if I'm gonna know. I don't know if I'm gonna be okay with, I don't know if I'm gonna name that. I can't think of a name. Sorry. There. Honestly, I'm not as excited about this one. It's cool, but I could honestly over-dye it. But I'm not. I feel like it looks like Slimer. Do you know how hard I worked on that? It's not even funny. That's gonna make me mad. Now I'm gonna need to break out with my Slimer. My original Slimer. Because it wasn't... Oh! No. It's not Slimer. I think I'm gonna have to think about this one. I might give this a chromatic dragon. If I can't think of anything else. Like a chromatic green dragon. I can't really think of anything good. It's very pretty. It is. And you could see that kind of like watercolor effect throughout, which I'm just really living for. Hi guys. So, I don't remember what I said last. Did I say I was going to skein these up? No, I didn't. I said I was going to take pictures, which I did. So maybe I'll insert some of those in here. And now I'm going to go, it's Saturday, I'm going to go to Halloween happenings in Riverside, California. My husband decided to wake me up from my infernal nap, my eternal slumber, for a date, I guess. Anyway, I'm super happy because I've gotten like 4 loads of laundry done. Which, by the way, I was gonna say, somehow or another, my husband had it in his head that you can only load the wash for a quick wash. You can only load it with 20 items, 10 items or 20. Maybe somebody can just kind of tell me if that's right, because that's not right. We have, what kind of a washing machine do we have? A Samsung? No. Oh, we can't afford. We're too poor for a Samsung. Well, like $1,800 each. We have a, I don't know, fancy front loading, which I never wanted, washing machine. American made washing machine. And so I could never understand why we never make any progress on the laundry. I understand, you know, when you're too tired, you're ill, you're whatever, and you can only do like one load a day or every other day or at some point, you know, but you don't use as much laundry as you can wash. So I never understood why we could never make any progress. I understand now, and that's because he thought it said 20 minutes. So you can only load one item per minute. That's the only thing that I can assume. Or somebody told him, or he saw it on the internet. And we all know how accurate the internet is. That you can only load it with 20 items. A full-size washing machine. Okay, look. My washing machine doesn't work right. We need to get a repairman on it. It never worked right from the beginning. And I think it has something to do with maybe the way we set it up. Or I don't know what we did wrong. Or it's the pipes. I have no idea. But we can't use our washing machine on anything but a quick wash. Or it will get stuck and just stop moving, and it's a mess. So our neighbor is a plumber and a repairman, and so he said it's our pipes. So I don't know if there's anything we could do about it or not, but it's a mess. I'm good. Yeah. So we can't do anything other than a quick wash, which is fine because we don't have children. We don't have children. We don't have soiled items. We could do a quick wash. It's not a big deal. Oh, fly. It's not a big deal. 20 items? Anyway, I just did half the laundry in like a couple of loads. And I'm super happy. Okay, so before we go off to our little Halloween adventure, I'm gonna open up Dante and Luca's Halloween Bully Made box. Why are you showing the address to people? Because everybody knows where I live. It doesn't really matter. It's my address. Bully me. I have a link up there on my link tree if anybody wants a Bully Made box. I got it from Chevrolet. Chevrolet? I don't know if I said that wrong, but I saw her little babies with her little bullies in love with their little box, and they just go bananas for it. So ever since then, I was like, well, I want my dogs to go crazy. I want to spoil my puppers. So every month they send Luca's right here, her little snoot in my lap. Like Dante's snoot is in his lap. Like, they are ready, you guys. They're ready. And you know what? I've been meaning to bring this out for days, and I just wanted to do something special. So these are little peanut butter. No, I'm not giving it to you. Peanut butter bars. And I wonder if it's really just a bar. A lot of times they come in like a biscuit shape, or like a, so it's really literally just a bar. Here you go. So, oh. So now that we discovered that Luca is not so hard on toys, we're going to be getting something other than hard toys. We always only get hard toys that they don't tear apart. And the reason for that is because, as cute as it is to watch them run around with their little toys, you know, it's adorable. But when they start doing this, that's not good. Because honestly, these are big dogs. They're scary for most people. And if somebody comes around with their little baby and they have a toy in their hand and our dog goes for it and starts shredding it, like Dante would, Luca wouldn't, but Dante would. I mean, it can be pretty frightening for people. So I always train these dogs to only chew on these things. Oh God, this little witch hat, it looks the same on either side. It's so freaking cute. Do you want it, Mama? Where's the other one? You want it, Mama? Oh, good girl. Okay. Yeah, they're really loud. What the other one is. The other one, oh my God, is a cute little coffin. It's probably glow in the dark. I wonder. It looks like a little bit glow in the dark. You moved the entire table, my dear, so don't do that, please.
Dante took the witch's hat. She likes the
Oh, Dante took off with the witch's hat, so he's happy. See, we're going to be leaving right now, so I don't want to leave them alone
Come here, Mama.
with nothing to entertain themselves. So it always comes with a cute little card. And there's usually a little something on the back. And you can choose to get a soft toy and a hard toy, or both soft toys.
Oh, they're the beefy stick.
Yeah, this has got to be one of their favorite.
Sausages.
You can get it so that it's like for sensitive dogs. The packages are always going to be different every month. Oh, it's so cute. I think last year was pumpkins. I can't remember. But the treats are almost always going to be the same. They're not always the same, but almost always. Well, I guess because I have Dante's box for sensitive tummies. So this one is called candy corn. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go now real quick. But I want to check this one out. I want to see if it's in the shape of a candy corn. Yeah, it's kind of in the shape of a candy corn. I wish it had been tricolor, but things are expensive. Things are expensive right now. So here you go, Mama. You want the treat too? Yeah. All right. So that was fun. I'm a little sad that Luca went through her. Usually we just grab them all and we throw them all in one big, one of the little treat boxes that we have for them. I'll do that later, and then I just throw all the packaging away. Otherwise, we'll be like inundated with stuff. But we're pretty sad that Luca went at her little Grogu today. She just grabbed a piece and just gutted it today. She's had this one for a long, long time. But it's because Dante had this one in his mouth. This one is the only one that Dante is allowed to touch because it's, you know, the only thing he can really easily tear off would be his ears, which I think he did. So we're trying to train Dante not to tear stuffed toys. So wish us luck with that one, because we've been working on that for a long time and nothing's ever worked out. You guys, I tried to do my hair in a different way today. Like I put curlers in it, but my haircut is not, it's not having it. So I think tomorrow I'm gonna go for a proper trim and a real hairstylist. See if I can get my hair like a better shape so that I could do different hairstyles. Because I curled it and everything and it just all came right out. And it's looking kind of funky, so I think I'm just gonna put it up in the back. I think I'm just gonna, this is not right. See, this is what happens when you start messing with your hair. When you have kind of coily, curly, whatever hair, you can hide those kinds of imperfections and kind of make it work. But then when you try and straighten it out, it's like, what are you doing? Okay. So I think that's it for today. We're gonna go to the Halloween fair, check it out, walk around, and come home. I think I'm wearing tennies and I don't care. What else? That's the only drawback to those toys, is that on a hardwood floor, whoo, they're loud. I hope, oh my goodness, happy birthday to Rebecca of the Mean Girls. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Your gift is on the way. I'll probably release this video on Sunday. It's Saturday night today. I have the tracking number if you need it. I don't know why I'm saying those words. But I want to personally thank you so very much for your kindness throughout the years, for talking to me. For talking to me. What a weird thing to say. I'm just saying for being a good friend. I was a huge fan of the Mean Girls when the Mean Girls came out. You and Stephanie always made me laugh. Always made me laugh. And I don't know, half the time I didn't know if you were trying to be funny or not. But you're hilarious. You, both of you, were hilarious. So it'd be nice to see the duo come back. But you know, anything is better than nothing, honestly. Like, it's just nice that you're doing this again and you encourage all your friends to do it and are getting everybody together while they're doing it. So at least I have people that are talking to me now, whereas everybody's always usually too shy to talk to me. So I owe that to you, and I just wanted to wish you the happiest day from the bottom of my heart. I hope you had a wonderful birthday.